All right, Black Power, greetings.
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Once again, here we are, Africa Town Coalition. You know, this is our last day of our week-long fundraiser. Last day of the week-long fundraiser, y'all. And, I'm just going to start off at the beginning, to take this opportunity today to support your favorite Africa Town Coalition program or action. There's a number of them going on at this time. We just came back from a meeting this morning with the LA Tenants Union. There's a lot going on with this anti-gentrification movement. We're fighting against these developments that's going on throughout South Central. So this is a perfect time to go ahead and make that donation and give a little something to the Africa Town Coalition, whether it is breaking bread with the people, whether it is court support, whether it is the BRIP, which is our Business Relations Improvement Project. Either one of those, hey, do a little something for us. We have our paypal.me/billiongodson. That's PayPal. And for the Cash App, we have cash.me/$Blackson365.
Right. Again, right now there's a lot of intensified efforts to take over this community. Past several months, we've been showing left and right the number of assaults that are coming. A lot of these entities we are dealing with are multi-billion-dollar corporations or billionaire individuals. We found out a couple of days ago, Jeff Green, who was looking to take over the Dorset Village, brags about being a neighbor of Donald Trump out in Palm Beach. So again, you can Google him and you can see his history of going into communities and basically just pushing all the people out. And we were even told that it can get ugly, it can get violent, when he comes to take over. It was suggested that if he chose, he could actually try to take over a few properties up and down the Crenshaw corridor. So again, this is why those of us who are interested in staying here have to get involved. It's not even a choice anymore. A couple of years ago, a lot of folks felt they were comfortable, but as these efforts have invaded the hills even more and more, invaded the Black Power base of certain businesses that people thought would probably be here forever are now no more. It's becoming more of a grim reality for a lot of folks. But again, the solution is your involvement. You, not just waiting for the next person. A lot of people are always suggesting to the coalition what it is that needs to get done or what Black people need to do. Black people say that Black people need to do this, but you're excluding yourself. The responsibility you have yourself to get involved in the work. And again, a lot of folks say they just don't have the time, whether it be work or whatever. Well, this is when and where you can donate. This is when and where you can help bring resources to the table to help those of us who are doing the work.
Exactly. And, I just want to say that, there's a lot of people who you just don't support anything. And I mean, come on. How is the work going to be done? If you don't support anything, how's the work going to be done? Matter of fact, there's a lot of us that support negative stuff, but they won't support anything positive. I'm not really going to go down that path because I kind of really do, but I'm not really going to. The bottom line is that, the Africa Town Coalition, we came together on a purpose. And that purpose, we continue to work on that purpose. We continue to work along the lines in which we originally started. And we have expanded, and, we do need your support. Like I say, there's this anti-gentrification movement going on. There's a lot of court support that's happening. We also have the construction moratorium where we're trying to influence Metro to provide more opportunities for Black people up and down the corridor and not just up and down the corridor, but throughout the city. Because, Metro is a very large corporation and they are very, very, very powerful. Matter of fact, they're one of the most powerful corporations in America. Because LA is not the only place they have their operation at. So we definitely would like to have your support.
Another thing we've noticed in a lot of these meetings the past couple months actually is that a lot of the people doing the work now are in their elder senior years. In past movements, they always say, the revolution, the movements for the young and for the elders to kind of guide the direction. But today, a lot of people out here doing the work are elders, seniors, especially elder senior women. And we know part of that is because a lot of brothers are removed from our community into the prison industrial complex. A lot of brothers are targeted with so much stress they don't make it into a lot of their elder senior years. But the missing piece to the puzzle right now is a lot of our younger people. We know we have a lot of younger people who follow and interact with our social media presence. But again, this is where we need y'all to put these devices down or bring the devices out here in the streets and go live out here in the streets. But we need more younger people to take on their responsibility of getting active right now. We're dealing with people that's looking at 5, 10, 25, 100-year plans. So the upper elder class is fighting right now, keep it real, only has so many more years to fight. And these people outweigh them, to die off or whatever, but it's not going to carry forward unless more of you young people come forward.
Yeah, one of my things is that, I've said many times in the past that, I really, I'm encouraged by young people when they get involved. But, really young people, if you're listening right now, you have failed, really. You really have failed. I mean, we can only lay this thing out long enough. We can only we can only be so creative long enough. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. I was really impressed with the think tank. We have brother
Scoring.
Ascari, not Akachi. Okay, Ascari. We have brother Ascari out there, and I was very, 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 impressed, and I really love that. And there are other groups of young people that's out there doing things, but you really need to step it up, young people. You really do. Because the bottom line is that if you're not out here doing something positive and progressive, like this elder community is, you're not going to push us to the side. You're not going to just step in and say, okay, it's my turn to take over. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be those of you who do the work, network with this older generation, and let's make this thing happen. I'm not abdicating my position for no young person who doesn't do shit, who just sits back and thinks that you're just going to wait until people pass and you're going to take over the family residence and you're going to start doing, no. If you're not out here putting the work in, don't ask me to step aside. You know what I'm saying? Because I have put the work in and I'm not stepping aside for young or old. So you young people really need to get involved. You really do. So a lot of y'all starting to, but you really need to get involved with the older generation so that we can start to communicate and we can start to work together. Because your vision cannot exist without our vision. Our vision cannot exist without your vision. I am because we are, therefore I am. That's an African proverb, and we need to understand that. If you have one group that's not being satisfied, another group is, doing all and getting everything, and hey. So young people, get involved. Okay, get involved.
And most definitely want to acknowledge the young people that are involved. In our coalition, we got Young Cotton Lego, we have Osana, Candace, Dino, B-Mac, a lot of youth who do see the need to come forward. Young Charlie, Brother Business, Sister Ignite. Black Lives Matter has a youth contingent. The Black Workers Center has young people working. But again, the plan is for y'all to just stay in them weed shops, stay in the liquor store, a little bit of money you get your hands on, keep tricking it off, and then they push your parents out. Or your grandparents die off, and the first thing you think to do is to sell the house to get this money, but then what are you gonna do? You're gonna go somewhere else, and that money be gone in a year or two. So this is why we need y'all to get involved now to learn the mistakes that was made already by people who are in the movement, but also to get a better vision on how to move forward. Because a lot of times young people come with these grandiose ideas, not knowing your enemy has already anticipated that and have set up traps to divert you right back into poverty. So that is why it's necessary now, as we have a lot of seniors, elder members sitting at the table. that you come forward and again, you don't even have to join some of the organizations. You can come start your own organization, but do it like the Panthers and SNCC did it back in the day. They at least had enough sense to listen to their elders, to listen to those who are already fighting to give them better guidance in what direction to go. And if you feel that because of your work situation, employment, you can't actively volunteer your time and energy, you can also come back on some of that weed money you tricking off the dispensary and donate it to the African Town Coalition to help us fight to sustain our communities.
Yeah, I like that thought right there. Yeah, so I mean, the social equity program is moving forward in LA, y'all. I wanted to just throw that in there. So if you already signed up, you need to get ready. There's going to be a number of stores that's going to open up. You're going to see white people surrounding a lot of this activity because one of the things that has happened is that social equity, I mean, the cannabis program has opened up LA to outside investors. So you have a lot of people who are coming in to LA investing. You have a lot of white people that's coming in. So if you are a social equity advocate and you have 51%, you need to make sure that 51% means 51% throughout your contractual agreement. Otherwise, you are going to allow outside influences to come in and take over properties in our community. And we don't really, we really don't need that. So we want you to make that money. We want to support you as best we can. We want to make sure that the community is protected. So this is not a giveaway of property, which, some people thought that it was going to be a giveaway. You had all these black realtors that was running around making all these properties available to the social equity program and all these investors and stuff, But yeah, we need to stay on top of that. So I do encourage all the young people who are making moves right now to keep doing it. I love what you're doing. We respect it. There's more that could be out here doing it. I mean, let's make it happen, y'all. And, the strength is in numbers, so the more we network together and build coalitions, come to the table and start to have that dialogue, then the more powerful we're going to be. If we want to stay segregated and separate, do your own different individual thing, that's cool too, because everybody is actually moving through life separate, doing their own thing. We came into this world by ourselves, we're going to leave by ourselves, Well, we might die with somebody else at the same time, but we leaving here by ourselves, So let's figure this out, y'all. We have some serious work to do.
Donate. I was for the past few days trying to figure out what this whole Popeyes Chick-fil-A situation was, but I see it's basically a gimmick that has gotten you all to go into Popeyes and buy these damn chicken sandwiches. And somebody put out a number earlier suggesting that it's been over $20+ million people in the black community have spent with Popeyes. And one of the things we saw right here in LA, we had to fight Popeyes just to hire some black folks. So I mean, it's craziness, y'all. A brother put out a video yesterday. He owns Comfort LA, and he was basically showing his chicken sandwich in comparison to Popeyes, and most definitely he has a better product. So those of you out here in LA, get over to Comfort LA. They're on La Brea and Inglewood. It's like La Brea and Plymouth, right next to Zara's Books. So again, those are some of the things we have to be conscious of as we're in a financial crisis already, where they can just throw a trick out there and get you to go take your money and divert it right back to the people who have shown they don't give a damn about you. Just like this situation with Jay-Z and the NFL. The NFL for the past, 3-4 years have shown they don't give a damn about the black community, because it wasn't just about Kaepernick. Kaepernick was taking a stance for something that is affecting all of us. So when they said fuck Kaepernick, that's what they were saying to all black people. And as some of y'all have refused to stop watching that shit, y'all have refused to stop buying those jerseys. Again, diverting much needed resources that should be invested in our community right back to these billionaire cats that don't give a damn about y'all. This is financial suicide. This is insanity. And again, this is why we need y'all to really critically think about what's happening and contribute to those of us who are out here doing this work to change this situation up.
Okay, well, I have nothing else, y'all. Support African Town Coalition. We need your support. This has been a interesting fundraiser. This is our first one of this type. I guess we could probably talk about, how things went, but we won't. I mean, more of you need to support the African Town Coalition financially. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Really, you do. We need more support uh, to make this thing happen. And I mean, I thought that it would be better, but it wasn't. So I'm going to end with that. I hope we do better next time. We're going to have a Black Power mixer coming up real soon. It's going to be in September. We got the Business Relations Improvement Project Opportunity Fair, which is scheduled for August the 31st at the FIBA Center. So you can come out, check it out, network with us. If you don't have any business opportunity, job opportunity, anything like that, it doesn't matter. Just come on out and sit with us and let's see what we can do, because that's what it's about. So with that, we're good.
In the meeting this morning, we had a conversation that we've had in a lot of meetings concerning the gentrification and homelessness, and it's about the Black church. Because again, a lot of you have been conditioned to, take your funds and give it to the Black church, but now that the communities around these churches are being devastated, they're missing in action. A number of them are missing in action. You got West Angeles is making certain business and housing investment, First and Me that has made certain investments, but again, with the collective pot, these churches get both on Sundays, in addition to a lot of the federal funds that have been flowing through these churches. Not enough has been happening to save our community, even save the congregations who go to these churches. But again, organization like ours out here nonstop, 24 hours, we get calls all hours of the day we respond to, and we get very little support. So again, to reverse this situation, y'all, we really got to think about what it is we've been doing, the habits we've been having, and change that, making sacrifices, disciplining ourselves to do what is necessary. And right now, the Africa Town Coalition needs your support.
All right, Abraham, anything?
I say, just come and support us. We've been fight for your community, for the Black liberation of the people. So we're on Africa Town Coalition at gmail.com, and we're on Africa Town Coalition, Facebook, and Instagram, and YouTube.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah, I just want to say this kind of lingo. I just want to say too is that we need more of y'all to step in, right? Fight against gentrification, donating, because we the major ones that keep Black LA intact. They trying their best to run us out the last Black communities in LA we got left. So we need more of y'all to step up and continue to fight. Like, oh.
And I do want to thank everybody. Yesterday, after we shut down the live fundraising, we went out, did our Black Power Hour. We did run into a lot of people in the community who supported. Some of them said, they've been watching these videos, following us online, and that was actually their opportunity to support. We do know a lot of people don't have these online accounts to where they can contribute, but we will be back out in the community today. So again, if that's your situation, you do want to contribute, we'll be back out there probably after 4 o'clock today. So that is always a way to contribute. Also, every Sunday, we are set up at Kamati Park in Africa Town, formerly known as Lemert. You'll see our booth, or you can pretty much ask anybody and they'll direct you to us. And that's another way that you can contribute. But we do need your support right now. And we thank everybody that has been supporting to this point. And we want to call all of our members who haven't been active within the last month. It's time to check back in and do your duty. And those of you who have not been active at all to this point, it's time to check in and do your duty.
Without a doubt. And with that, I just want to say thank you very much for participating in this week-long fundraising activity. And we look forward to, bringing you a lot of exciting content in the future. It's one of the things that we do. We believe that we have to document history in order to make sure that lessons learned are not lost, So we really have to document this here. And so this is one of the reasons why we do a lot of video production, and we put a lot of videos out and so forth, because the people need to be educated. And social media is just one of those things. Abron had threw up some of our media things, so let me just say it one more time. We are on Twitter as Africatown LA. We are Instagram, we are Africatown. We are on Facebook, we are the Africatown Group, and on YouTube, which I would like to call for everybody who is on the Africatown Group right now to go over to Africatown Coalition on YouTube and subscribe. Okay, so we're over on Africatown Coalition on YouTube, and we need everybody from Facebook to subscribe because that's the secondary platform that we want to operate on to bring you quality, video and content. Okay, so go to our Africatown Coalition YouTube and subscribe, and we definitely look forward to seeing you next time.
Black Power.
Black Power.
Black Power.
Which says end stream. End.
Okay.
All right.